That was before I got lost.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. I know we're super up close, but we're like on the road. It's a road show today.
This is a new setup, more than normal. You know what? You're just getting like a detailed view.
Yeah, right? Lucky you.
Although I don't really know how much anybody appreciates that.
I don't need the close-up today.
I definitely will not be watching this one back.
I don't. Okay. Hey, RTB, how are you?
Good morning, RTB.
We are here at the college getting ready for the 2023 media conference that is about to happen. And it's pretty exciting, I got to say, throwing everything together. Good morning, Eva. Good morning, Dave. Thank you so much for joining us.
This is awesome.
I asked to park my Lemonadio mobile up closer, but they said no because it is a construction zone.
Was that because we wanted the Lemonadio branding up close, or was it because we didn't want to walk so far
Both
from the
of
park?
them.
Yeah,
Both
okay.
of them.
Yeah, just about.
Yep, so I got my cute little Cape and Islands Kia. She's all Lemonadioed out, and we're showcasing our branding here at Cape Cod Community College. That's my first panel this morning.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we're just going to talk about that a little bit.
Well, are you talking about the Lemonadio branding?
Just branding in general.
Cool.
JT is going to be here from JT's Chronicles.
Oh, yeah.
He's already come in and given us a big hug. I think there are two other people on that first panel. And then our second panel of the day, I'm going to be chatting with Kristen Eck from Bumblebee Radio. And we're going to be talking about podcasting and creating new media and reaching out in 2023 and what that looks like.
You know, it's funny because I would have really appreciated this panel before I kind of got thrown into this world.
Yeah.
I've just been flying blind with you the whole time.
And it's good, though.
It's been so fun. Yeah. From a branding standpoint, it's been really fun for me to kind of work on our podcast stuff and the branding of that and all of the fun things we have coming down the pike for that pretty soon, which is exciting. And get into the Lemonadio stuff has been really fun and kind of an offshoot from WKKL. It's crazy to go, I started by writing a PSA for a class. Here, write a public service announcement for a class, and now we have a podcast, and I'm on radio stations. And
I know.
Just
so if
wild.
you see Tori's sweatshirt right there, First Shot Morning Show, we have been busy this morning already. Our new episode is out right now, and I'm dying over the Jeremy Renner thing. That's our clip for today, is you talking about the eye popping out. And you're like, I thought that was only in Looney Tunes. It's a little graphic.
Oh, my God. It's so funny. We get so into the conversations. I have no idea what's going to come out afterwards to see the clips. It's so fun to
Our
see.
podcast has to do with coffee and current events, and we just really talk about celebrity and gossip, media, what's our horoscopes, content recommendations, or today, anti-recommendations.
It's our lives. And then we talk about other lives that we don't know, and we make judgments on them. And that's pretty much the two sides of the coin. If we're going to talk about celebrities, then we're going to talk about our own stuff.
I know. And I was playing with our new streaming software yesterday, and we have so many more things that we can add to our podcast. Yeah,
that's exciting.
Like fun little elements. So when we're talking about a clip or showing a clip, we can now just drop it in.
Oh, we've been needing that
on
forever.
our stream. So I'm really excited for that.
I'm always talking about people's fashions
and
what they're wearing. And then I'm like, but Google it. So I'm excited to be like, here's a visual of this awful dress I'm talking about.
Hey, RTB, and hey, Ellen. Hi, Cliff. Hopefully you can hear me. Hey, Nat. How are you? Good morning.
Should I tell the story what happened to me yesterday?
Yeah, please do, because I was absolutely dying. And I didn't really focus on it until this morning when I went to go text you. And then I was like, wait a minute, you got lost in the woods?
I knew that
there was a police rescue?
Yeah, there was, yeah. So,
I'm here for this story.
So, good for your mental health. I'm trying to do things that are healthy for me, right? And one of those things they always say is take a walk, get into nature. It's 80 degrees here on the Cape Cod. It's the first really nice day. Stupidly beautiful.
So nice.
So nice. So I decide, you know what? I'm going to go all the way out to Wellfleet, and I'm going to...
We're like zoo animals right now.
People are
absolutely. Got to plug Elastic Glam. Sethy Spice is here. So he's like, plug my show. Plug my show.
I love that. So I drove all the way out to Wellfleet because I'd never done the Cedar Swamp Trail.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful. It took nice pictures, took a few cute selfies, had my headphones on. It was great. Well, somehow on this 1 mile loop trail, I get lost in the woods. It's 1 mile. It's a loop. There are signs, and I get lost, which of course is so typical of me. So I somehow
you still had signal though, right?
Spotty it because it's Wellfleet. So of course I get lost in the woods, and I end up in some neighborhood. And I walk out of the neighborhood, and I see Wellfleet is pretty easy. You have all of these beach roads, right? So I figure, okay, if I just walk this way, I'll get to a beach. And then at some point, if I just walk down the beach, I'll get back to Marconi where my car is, in theory.
Not the case.
No. So, but kind of the case. So I start walking down this beach and I realize like, oh my God, this is further than I thought. So I'm down maybe about 3/4 mile to a mile. And I look up and I can see the wireless tower where my car is outside the Cedar Swamp Trail. But it's all dunes. You can't get up. There are no stairs. And I just like stupidly thought that there would be
Tori's
stairs.
out there like coyote food.
Oh my God, Stephanie, it's beautiful out, but it's like the middle of the day. Now I'm between two beaches. There's nobody on this beach.
And there's no people. Yeah, that's freaky.
Which was great that there was no people because your girlie had to pee. So there was a skinny dipping, jump into the very cold April Atlantic Ocean situation to pee, get out, air dry, put my clothes back on, because what else am I going to do? I'm not walking with a towel. Had to continue walking.
If you've never seen our podcast, she likes to skitty dip and also talks about it.
Well, it's a classic Cape Cod thing to do.
It was your moment.
Yeah, I was not trying to do it in the waters of Wellfleet with the sharks and the seals in April by myself. I was like, oh my God, I just have to pee, but this is the perfect time for a shark to come get me, and nobody will know. It should be like just a big chomp situation. Long story short,
never to be heard from again.
Long story short, I had to walk 2.5 miles from, I don't even know, some random Wellfleet beach all the way down to Marconi. And my friend who happens to work for Wellfleet PD had to come pick my ass up.
That's it.
He was getting off a detail and he was like, you idiot. All right, I'll come get you and drive me back to my car. And I ended up walking like almost 5 miles. My feet are blistered. My butt is sore from walking 2.5 miles on the beach.
And the police came and got you.
Barely survived. Yeah, there was nothing like getting picked up in a cruiser.
Good morning, Jane. Like, good morning, Mary. Yes, if you're just joining us, Tori got lost in the woods in Wellfleet. Not a super fun place to be lost in the woods, but at least it was during the daylight.
It was beautiful, but there are definitely like this could be worse situations were running through my head. And it was just, like I said, like my friend who picked me up in like his full uniform with like the reflective gear, and the whole thing was like, only this would happen to you. And like tossed me a water and was like, get in the truck. I was like, yep.
Thank you.
Here we go. So yeah, that was my day yesterday.
Well, you brought a lot of life to this live today.
I tried to go on a nice little mental health walk, and I ended up lost in the woods.
That seems pretty typical for you and I.
Oh, it's so typical.
I just had one of those days where I couldn't get out of my own way, and one of my private gigs, which I thought I was going to be doing music bingo at, I wasn't. They got there and they're like, no, we just wanted you to run our bingo. So it was like B7.
No, we just wanted you.
Apparently, I call regular bingo now. Add that to my list of skills.
You didn't want to be like, we could spice this up, though.
No, it's at a particular country club that's on Cape Cod, and
that is so funny.
Apparently, I just felt like it was the very beginning of summer. Remember Dirty Dancing with that?
Yes!
Like that is what I'm the activities director of Dirty Dancing this summer.
Honest to God, though, that's kind of great.
It's so fun. They were like, well, what about this night? What about this night? I'm like, oh, we could do this and this. I'm channeling my inner Dirty Dancing this summer.
I could show up in one of those pink dresses.
Whatever you need.
Baby's pink dress with the off-the-shoulder sleeves. Here I am, the
Will you
resident
lead a salsa class?
Honestly, I probably could.
She's our resident dance expert, so.
Yeah, Toy's retired, but yeah, pretty much.
Hey, that retired dancer's got to make mama some money. Let's go.
Listen, anything we can do. Let's expand Lemonadio. How many different avenues can we go here?
Well, the sky's the limit as far as we're concerned.
Oh,
so yes,
my gosh.
If you're wondering where the heck we are at Four Seas. We're in their brand new media lab. It is absolutely stunning.
And this building is stupidly beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I did say walking in, like, they would only spend this kind of money on like tech or science.
Yeah.
Like it is just, this building was not built for like English and history.
It's also needed. I mean, the radio station's been in a trailer for as long as I know. So it's about time we make a little modern touch and some upgrades. And thanks to the generous donations of Cape Cod and everyone that wants to come together for this community radio station. It's fabulous. Good morning, Dan.
I do definitely feel like a little bit of like a fishbowl situation. We're sitting right in front of these gorgeous glass doors, which is great. And we're watching all these people come in, and they're just turning around and being like, oh, and like looking at us and pointing at us like, oh, they're broadcasting. And I'm like, hey.
Well, welcome. I've always been a zoo animal, so I'm fine with it.
Well, I'm new to this. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's fun though.
Yeah, it definitely is. So I've got to get going on my panel. What have you got going on for the weekend?
I am going to Cape Cod Beer tomorrow. for their 19th birthday. I bought myself some tickets. They have a couple of bands. I thought it'd be a fun Saturday
there's a new one.
to
Something
do.
with the Good Boys, something.
I don't know. I know I'm going to get there after work, but I'm excited to go do something, and it'll hopefully be a nice day. And
the Barn
we're at
Boys.
Cape Cod Beer on,
Somebody with the Barn Boys. And I can't remember who it is, but I saw a clip of them performing at the Chatham Squire, and they were really good.
Well, if the Squire will hire them, then it's probably somebody decent.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, making some new music. It's nice to see some new faces on the band circuit on the Cape.
Oh, my God, so nice. Well, and
Not that we don't like the old bands.
we love them all. But one of the band that's playing in the middle is like a bunch of kids I went to high school with. So it's just kind of a fun community.
Good.
Yeah, just kind of a fun community thing to do. And we're at Cape Cod Beer every Wednesday.
Yes.
Lemonadio, Bria's.
Yeah, Bria's.
So I figured, let's go out, let's do something Cape Coddy. Let's get involved in the community and do those things. And also, I will not be walking on Saturday. I'm going to be sitting with the beer drinking.
That is definitely a safer place to practice good mental health. I think safer for you at this moment in time.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I agree.
A little bit of IPAs might do more wonders.
We're going to have another planting from Attican Acres on Sunday from 11 to 1 over at Knockabout. And then the following weekend, we're doing a fundraiser there for our Rook for Hit team. There's going to be a hazard draft beer. And you can come and support our team because I think we still need to raise like $3,000. So let's go, team. Let's go.
That's going to be awesome. What time are those?
So all of them are 11 to 1. Okay. Every single Sunday Fun Day with Knockabout, 11 to 1. Right. And I'm going to take the weekend off. I'm going to Newport.
I am so jealous. We keep talking about this. It's come up pretty much every day on we have an episode of how jealous I am and how much I love Newport.
Well,
and how
it's
I'm
happening.
just not going to crash because I don't want to get involved in that. But I kind of want to go.
You're like, hey, Clip, you don't mind if I crash, right? He's like, absolutely not.
Do not. Sorry,
I don't know what shape or form he's going to be in because he has to actually get to that bridge. Today was the first day that I had to do a morning commute.
Yeah.
In a long time.
Oh, you don't say? You had to drive towards me from your house?
Yeah, but
how did that go?
But they every single day in Mashpee, it's a new bleep show.
Yes, I know.
So this time they had us zigzagging through the trailer park. They must really love it.
I did that last week.
I would be so angry if that amount of traffic was continuously driving by my house, being rerouted by my house.
Yeah.
And people were flying through the trailer park.
I'm just enjoying this complaint because this is what I deal with 3 days a week trying to get to you from Yarmouth. So.
And it really wasn't. Everything moved.
Oh, now it's not so bad.
It moved. It was just, where am I going now? Just the rerouting of everything.
I'm becoming very familiar.
Where are we being set now?
I'm becoming very familiar with Mashpee and all the different ways to get to your house and all the different back roads, which is going to be great come July and August when the traffic is still bad. But in the meantime, I'm like, ugh.
We're learning.
The things I do to get to the studio for you.
I appreciate that.
This was a very short commute this morning.
Yeah, not bad for you.
No, you're just right down Route 6, jump right off the highway. I hate to say this, but they did great. But the Dunkin' Donuts at exit 6, sorry,
whatever, Dunkin', who cares?
Well, they were just a little slow right there. And they were busy, but I was nervous and, it wasn't my usual Dunkin' Donuts, so that screwed me up a little. But
hashtag New England problems. New England problems. It wasn't my usual Dunkin'. They don't know my order. Well, it was so funny because Hank came in the studio this week and he's like, oh, this is delicious. They finally got it right. I'm like, don't you know, isn't it such a good feeling when 1 out of 10 coffees is good?
When you know the Dunkin' Donuts
and we
so
still
well,
go there and we still give them our money.
Yes, when you know the Dunkin' Donuts so well, you can tell what level at which they have roasted the coffee and how much cream that they put in, and you have a preference.
That's
crazy.
Bad, though. It's serious. It's true, though. Everybody has their favorite, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of which, I need to go get caffeinated and get ready for this radio conference, and I need to give the equipment back to Lisa.
Should I sit in the audience and make faces at you and stick my tongue out to see if I can?
Not much rattles me once again.
Let's
so
try it.
Tori and I have a brand new pod that is released right now. We released a little early this morning because we've been going.
New episodes.
It is a long-ass day for us. There are really only like 5 Dunkin' Donuts in Iowa. I moved 2 minutes away from one.
Well,
did you move for the Dunkin'?
I would have.
Because I'm curious. Because I know when I lived in South Carolina, there was one in North Myrtle Beach, and that was like my mecca every single day. I'm like, oh, I had to leave 30 minutes early. I got to go to my Dunkin'.
I think in other towns, they treat it still like a local coffee shop. And I would assume it's the same thing, like kind of like how we treat Starbucks. They would treat Dunkin' Donuts. We just happen to have one on every corner, so it's more of like a drive-through situation for us. Anyway,
they also looked at me like I was deranged when I taught them how to make an iced coffee. Kind of like when you go to a foreign country and they don't understand and they have like 4 cubes of ice and they don't get why you want to make your coffee cold. Like it's just one of those very New England things.
Yeah, Nitro cold coffee doesn't have ice in it.
Yeah, he
Right?
said he did. He did, in fact, move towards the Dunkin' Donuts.
I would too.
commend you on your New Englandism.
You sound like a perfect candidate to listen to our coffee podcast, by the way.
Dan, we love you. He's got a horror podcast, and it's terrifying. But he gets some great interviews.
Listen, not my genre, because I need to be able to sleep at night. But, I'll check it out. It's got to check it out at like noon, so I have the rest of the day to clean
That's
my brain.
it. She gets lost in the woods, so I think maybe 10 a.m. is a good time for you to watch scary things.
Thank God it was the middle of the day and not 3 or 4 o'clock, because I would have 100% gone to worst case scenario. The boogeyman, bear, Bigfoot, it's all coming out to get me real quick.
I love it. So everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the sun. It's the start of April vacation. God bless my parents out there.
Feels like spring.
Yeah. Feel free to
Just
commiserate with me.
Roll them outside. Have a bike. Get them outside. Give them a bike. We'll be fine.
I love this coming
I'm not
from the
a parent.
non-parent.
No, I don't have any idea.
Throw them outside. Give them a bike. Isn't that what we do with kids these days?
Throw them in the yard. Give them a hula hoop.
Thank you very much to our sponsors, MBR Landscaping. Give Bruno a call. Find him online, mbrlandscaping.com. Also, Cape and Islands Kia, thank you so much for our sweet Lemonadio ride and sponsoring our studio. And don't forget, 40 Under 40 is happening, the celebration with Cape Plymouth Business. You can grab yourself a ticket. That's open right now. There are a couple sponsorship opportunities. And if you are a 2010 or older 40 Under 40, they're looking for you. You might be missing in their Rolodex, and they want to make sure that they still are keeping up and keeping tabs on your business and what exactly made you a 40 Under 40 alum. With that, from the First Shot Morning Show over here, make sure you check out our podcast. Follow her. Tori Talks a Lot. I'm
On all
Stephanie
the
in the
socials.
morning.
Pick
And
them on
yeah,
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
we'll talk to you on Marathon Monday, where I won't be running, but I will definitely be criticizing all of my